When I was elected to Congress in 1985, I don't think it was a month that had gone by after I'd been sworn in before the first results group, and I had never heard of them before that, showed up on my doorstep in Tucson. And then, of course, they showed up here in Washington when they came for the annual conference. And every year thereafter, for 22 years, at least one meeting in Washington and one meeting in Arizona, usually 2 or 3 meetings a year in Arizona, I would see the results people. And I have to tell you, it has an impact.
This is such a wonderful, wonderful group and an inspiring one. You inspire me, and you make things happen.
Results kind of provides a platform for the idea that every voice counts.
It's an extremely effective organization. It gives you the tools that you need to effectively meet with your members of Congress and advocate for the poor.
When I started in Results, there were 40,000 children dying a day, and that number's been almost cut in half. And I'm thinking, boy, by the time I die, I might see a world where children don't die of diseases that are preventable.
There are many successful people in this country, in business, in law, in science, but nobody got there alone. And nobody is there just because of their own wits and talents. Along the way, there were helping hands. Results, you give a helping hand, not only in the United States, but around the world.
Just last year, with our work in the US, UK, Canada, Australia, France, Japan, we were instrumental in securing more than half of the $4.3 billion pledge to Gavi, that it's going to allow Gavi to vaccinate over 250 million of the world's children, save 4 million children's lives, which is a child's life saved every 40 seconds.
There's no special interest that's more important than the people of the world, which Results represents. And so I just have to salute you and thank you so much. You know?
I must tell you that the landscape has changed, has completely changed because of all your efforts. Because we hold the power, we go to speak to our politicians, we speak to the congressmen, we speak to the senators, and we change policy. We change the landscape. And I must tell you that brothers and sisters back home are so much proud of all of you.
People always ask me, what about the role of lobbyists? I say, well, there's lobbyists and there's other lobbyists. And the most important kind of lobbyist is the person who comes from your own district, from your own hometown. Somebody who you know, somebody who can speak to you, somebody who is a voter. And you're all of those. And you know these people, and you can speak with passion about what you believe in.
I wrote a letter to the editor about a bill that wasn't passed. And shortly after that, one of our representatives signed on to the bill, and they said, well, we just didn't know about it until we saw the letter to the editor. So I wrote another letter to the editor, which acknowledged her for signing on, and several weeks later, 3 other representatives signed on.
Whenever I get a little bit depressed about this mess here, I head back home and go to a Head Start Center. And in just a few minutes, the rest of this goes away. And you realize that their life in that room and those people are doing something critically important, and we play a role in it.
I'm proud that when I come to Washington, I'm not just a tourist. I'm proud that I know my member of Congress by name and can call him up with any concern.
At Results, I think it's really great that there's a multi-generational community of advocates and think it's really important to draw upon those resources and the skills that people have from years or even decades of experience in advocacy.
There's never been a suggestion made by a results member that I didn't agree with.
And the information that the staff gives us is terrific. I can count on it. I know that it's accurate. And so that's how I can reach out to other people, knowing that I have a sound base.
This is what Results has done for the last 30 years. So they make it very easy to send you to either write a letter or go in and meet with Congress armed with this information. Everybody is really well informed and does their research, and I think that's what makes them such an effective organization.
None of you seems like anyone that shies away from a hard task, because we're facing things that no other generation before faced. Every generation faced a challenge of decency. Many generations faced a challenge of poverty, though we are the only ones that have within our hands the means to end extreme poverty.
I think the biggest thing you could really do to help the cause would be to join Results, to look in your town and see if there is a Results group that's active, or if there isn't one, connect with the Results office and start one. On your college campus, in your community, if there are anybody, or if there's anyone out there that you know that definitely wants to make a difference in the world and wants all their hard work to truly pay off, then Results is the way to do that.